Mira looked at the bright screen of her old datapad one more time before she stood up. She had sent her job application for a maid position on a large alien ship called Siren. It was the first job that seemed real enough to try. The space station was crowded, noisy, and full of people from many worlds, but work was hard to find. Mira felt lucky to get a chance, even if it was only cleaning rooms. She took a deep breath and left her small room. The hallways of the space station were full of blinking lights, strange sounds, and the hum of machines. Mira watched people in different shapes and sizes walk past her. Some wore shiny uniforms, others carried heavy tools. Everyone seemed busy and important. When Mira reached the Siren docking bay, the ship looked huge and powerful. It was not like any spaceship she had seen before. The surface was smooth, shining softly with blue light. She could feel a strange energy in the air. Her heart beat faster, but she tried to stay calm. A tall figure stepped forward to greet her as she entered the ship. It was Queen Selara, the alien queen who ruled the Siren. Her skin was pale purple, and her eyes glowed like stars. She wore a long robe that sparkled with silver threads. Mira had heard stories about Queen Selara, but she had never met her in person. "Welcome, Mira," the queen said, her voice calm and deep. "I am glad you came." Mira blinked in surprise. How did the queen know her name? She only applied for a simple maid's job. She nodded quickly and said, "Thank you, Your Majesty. I'm happy to be here." The queen smiled slightly and motioned for Mira to follow her. They walked through long halls filled with shining panels and soft lights. Mira saw crew members from many different species working quietly. Some moved quickly, others spoke in strange languages. Everything felt new and exciting. When they reached a small room, Queen Selara stopped and looked at Mira. "This is where you will start," she said. "But first, there is something I must tell you." Mira felt curious and a little nervous. "Yes, Your Majesty." The queen's eyes seemed to look far away, as if she was thinking about something very important. The Siren is not just a ship for travel. It has a mission that could change the fate of many worlds. Mira's heart beat faster. She had never heard anything like this before. Queen Selara continued, "We need help from someone like you, someone from Earth, a human. Your people have a special gift, creativity and quick thinking. This mission will be difficult, and your help is needed." Mira stared at the queen. Was this a test? Or a trick? She had only wanted a simple cleaning job, but now it seemed much more than that. The queen's voice was gentle. "I will explain more soon. For now, please prepare yourself. You will learn much about us, and we will learn from you." Mira nodded, feeling a strange mix of fear and excitement. She wanted to say yes, but her mind was full of questions. Why her? What was the mission? Could she really help aliens? That night, Mira stayed in a small room on the ship. She looked out at the stars shining far away. Everything was so different from her old life on Earth. She felt small but hopeful. The next morning, a young alien named Ren came to show Mira around the ship. Ren was friendly and smiled often. His skin was light green, and his eyes were bright blue. He explained how the ship worked and where Mira would do her cleaning. As Mira moved through the halls, she noticed the ship's beauty. Walls glowed softly with colors that changed like waves. Machines hummed quietly, and sometimes strange plants grew in small gardens. It was peaceful but full of energy. Mira began her work, cleaning rooms and halls carefully. But she kept thinking about the queen's words. What was this mission? Why had the queen chosen her? One afternoon, while cleaning near the queen's chambers, Mira accidentally found a hidden door slightly open. She peeked inside and saw a large map of stars and planets glowing on the wall. It looked like a secret plan. Suddenly, Queen Selara appeared beside her. "Curious, are you?" the queen asked softly. Mira stepped back, surprised but honest. I'm sorry, Your Majesty. I didn't mean to spy. I just wanted to understand. The Queen smiled kindly. There is no need to hide anything from you. Soon, you will be part of this mission. But you must be patient. Mira felt her fear ease. Maybe this simple job was the start of something bigger. She took a deep breath and said, I want to help, Your Majesty. I want to do my best. Queen Vila nodded. Good. Rest now. Tomorrow, your true journey begins. As Mira returned to her room that night, she felt a new hope inside her. The stars outside seemed closer, as if they were calling her to adventure. The next morning, Mira woke up feeling nervous and excited. She had no idea what to expect, but she knew today was different. She dressed quickly and left her small room, walking through the glowing hallways of the Xiren. Her heart beat faster with every step. In the main chamber, Queen Vila waited for her. The Queen's calm purple eyes looked serious, but kind. Good morning, Mira, the Queen said softly. Today, I will tell you the truth about the mission. Mira nodded, trying to hide her nerves. She wanted to be brave. Queen Vila began to speak. Our galaxy is facing a great danger. A large star near many planets is becoming unstable. If it explodes, the wave of energy could destroy whole worlds, including Earth. Mira's eyes grew wide. She had never imagined something like this. The Queen continued, many of our ships have tried to find a way to stop the star, but it is too powerful. The only hope is a special device hidden on a planet far from here. It can calm the star's energy and save the galaxy. Mira listened carefully. But why do you need me, Queen Vila? I'm just a simple maid. The Queen smiled softly. You are more than that. Humans are creative and brave. You think in ways no machine or alien can. We need someone who can adapt quickly and see things differently. Mira felt a mixture of fear and pride. She wanted to help, but she did not know if she was ready. Queen Vila handed her a small glowing tablet. This will help you learn. You will train with us and prepare for the journey. Mira took the tablet with trembling hands. She looked around the room and saw other crew members watching quietly. Many were different aliens, some tall, some short, some with shining scales or feathers. They all seemed serious but hopeful. Come, said Ren, the green-skinned alien who had shown her around yesterday. I will take you to the training room. Mira followed Ren through the halls until they reached a large room filled with strange machines and glowing screens. Here you will learn, Ren said. You will practice using alien tools and understand their languages. It is not easy, but I will help. The first lessons were hard. Mira struggled to understand the alien technology. Some words sounded strange, and some machines moved in ways she had never seen. But she did not give up. She watched carefully, asked questions, and tried again. Slowly, Mira began to improve. Her human mind found new ways to solve problems. The aliens noticed and smiled. After hours of training, Mira sat down, feeling tired but happy. Ren smiled. You are learning fast, Mira. You have something special. Mira smiled back. Thank you, Ren. I want to do my best. Days passed, and Mira's training continued. She learned to use tools that could scan planets, repair broken machines, and communicate silently. She learned about the different alien races on the ship and their customs. Each day, she felt more a part of the crew. One evening, as Mira cleaned the training room, Queen Vila appeared quietly. You have done well, the Queen said. Tomorrow, we will begin the mission. Mira looked at her, surprised. The mission? I thought we still needed more time. Queen Vila nodded. Time is short. The star's energy grows stronger each day. We must act now. Mira felt a cold shiver. She was not sure if she was ready, but she trusted the Queen. That night, Mira could not sleep. She looked out at the stars again and wondered about the dangerous star and the hidden device. Could she really help save so many worlds? The next morning, the ship prepared to leave. The engines hummed with power, and the Xiren slowly lifted from the space station. Mira watched the stars grow closer as the ship moved faster than anything she had ever seen. In the command room, Queen Vila explained the plan. We will travel to the planet Cora, where the device is hidden. It is protected by puzzles and traps. Only a mind like yours can solve them. Mira swallowed her fear. I will try, Queen Vila. The Queen smiled with hope. I believe in you, Mira. As the ship moved through space, Mira trained more, preparing for the challenges ahead. She knew the path would be hard, but she also knew that she was not alone. Her heart was full of hope. The simple maid job she had wanted was gone. Now, she was part of something bigger, something that could change the future of the galaxy. The Xiren sailed smoothly through the dark space, surrounded by countless stars that twinkled like tiny diamonds. Mira sat in the training room, her hands trembling slightly as she held the glowing tablet Queen Vila had given her. The mission ahead felt both exciting and terrifying. Ren stood beside her, smiling with encouragement. You are ready for the next step, Mira, he said. Today, you will begin practical training with the crew. Mira took a deep breath. She was no longer just a maid, she was becoming part of something much bigger. Her simple job was turning into an important mission. The first part of the training took place in a large simulation chamber. The room was empty except for glowing panels that rose from the floor. Suddenly, images appeared: planets, star maps, and strange machines. You will face challenges here, explained Ren. These simulations will prepare you for what is coming. You will need to think fast and stay calm. Mira nodded. She watched carefully as the first challenge appeared on the screen, a locked door with strange symbols. She remembered the Queen's words about puzzles and traps. She touched the symbols, trying different combinations. At first, nothing happened. Then, she noticed a pattern: some symbols looked like stars, others like waves. She took a guess and pressed them in order. The door slowly opened with a soft hiss. Ren clapped quietly. Excellent! You solved it! Your human mind sees things others do not. Mira smiled, feeling proud. Thank you, Ren. Next, the simulation changed. Mira found herself in a virtual jungle on the planet Cora. Strange plants with bright colors surrounded her. Suddenly, a warning beep sounded. A simulated trap was activated. A net was dropping from above. Mira reacted quickly. She ducked and rolled, avoiding the net. Her heart raced, but she stayed focused. She spotted a glowing fruit on a tree nearby. Remembering her training, she picked the fruit and pressed a button on her tablet. The fruit released a harmless gas that stopped the trap's mechanism. Ren appeared next to her in the simulation. Good thinking. You used your creativity to survive. Mira felt more confident. She began to understand that her human instincts could work well with alien technology. After the simulation, Mira joined a group of crew members for teamwork training. There was Laura, a tall alien with blue skin and wings, Tico, a small, fast creature with many eyes, and Zyn, a strong alien with scales like armor. They practiced working together, sharing ideas, and solving problems. Mira listened carefully, learning about each alien's strengths. During a break, Laura smiled at Mira. You are very brave for a human. You think differently, and that helps us. Mira felt happy to be accepted. She asked, how do you stay calm during difficult times? Laura looked at the stars outside the window. We trust each other. Together, we can face anything. Mira nodded, feeling the truth in her words. As days passed, Mira's skills improved. She learned to repair machines with delicate tools, navigate through strange alien languages, and even pilot small craft in the ship's training bay. Queen Vila visited often, watching Mira quietly. Sometimes, the queen would say, "You grow stronger every day. Soon, you will be ready." One evening, after a long day of training, Mira sat alone near the ship's observation deck. The stars shone brightly, and she felt a strange calm. Suddenly, Queen Vila appeared beside her. "Mira," the queen said softly, "there is something you should know." Mira looked up, curious. "Yes, Your Majesty." "The mission is more than just saving the star," Queen Vila explained. "It is about building trust between our people and humans. We have watched your kind for a long time. Your courage and kindness inspire us." Mira felt her heart warm. She never thought humans could mean so much to powerful aliens. The Queen continued, "We believe this mission will change the future. And you are the key." Mira felt both proud and scared. "I will do my best, Queen Vila." The Queen smiled. "That is all I ask." As the ship continued its journey, Mira knew that the training was only the beginning. The real challenges waited on the planet Cora, where the hidden device was kept safe. But she was no longer afraid. She had friends, knowledge, and a queen who believed in her. The simple maid who had come aboard the Xiren was now a brave member of a crew on a mission to save the galaxy. The Xiren glided silently through the cold emptiness of space. Mira had grown used to the hum of the engines and the gentle glow of the control panels. She was learning more every day, and the ship no longer felt strange. It was becoming her home. One afternoon, while Mira was cleaning the lower decks near the engineering section, she noticed something unusual. A small panel on the wall was loose and slightly open. Curious, she pushed it gently and found a hidden compartment with wires and circuits inside. Mira frowned. She didn't know much about alien technology yet, but this looked wrong. Some of the wires were cut, and there were strange symbols scratched near the panel. Her heart quickened. Could someone be trying to damage the ship? She knew this could mean danger for everyone on board. She decided to tell Ren. He was always kind and patient with her and knew a lot about the ship. Mira found Ren near the control room. "Ren, I found something strange near the engineering deck," she said quietly. "It looks like someone is trying to sabotage the ship." Ren's eyes grew serious. "Show me," he said. Together, they went back to the hidden panel. Ren examined the wires carefully. "Yes, this is sabotage," he said. "Someone cut these wires to cause problems with the ship's power." Mira felt a cold shiver. But who would do this? And why? Ren shook his head. "I don't know yet, but we must find out quickly. If the saboteur succeeds, the mission could fail." Mira's mind raced. The Queen trusted her. She could not let them down. That night, Mira decided to watch the engineering deck quietly. She hid behind some crates, her heart pounding as she waited. Hours passed. Then, she saw a shadow move near the panels. A figure dressed in dark clothing carefully worked on the wires. Mira could not see the face clearly, but she noticed a strange emblem on the sleeve, a symbol she had never seen before. Suddenly, the figure turned and looked toward her hiding place. Mira froze, but the figure quickly moved away, disappearing into the shadows. Mira felt scared but also determined. She had to tell Queen Vila. The next morning, Mira went to the Queen's chamber. Queen Vila listened carefully as Mira explained what she had found. "This is serious," the Queen said, her voice calm but firm. "Sabotage could destroy our mission. We must act carefully." Queen Vila called a meeting with the senior crew. Mira was asked to explain everything she knew. The crew looked worried but impressed by Mira's courage and sharp eyes. "We will increase security and watch for suspicious activity," the Queen ordered. "Mira, you will help with the investigation. Your human instincts may reveal what others miss." Mira felt nervous but proud. She was no longer just a maid, she was part of the team, trusted with a great responsibility. Together with Ren and other crew members, Mira began to search for clues. They checked logs, security cameras, and questioned crew members quietly. Days passed, but the saboteur stayed hidden. Every time they thought they were close, the trail went cold. Mira spent many nights thinking and observing. Then, one day, she noticed something strange in the ship's supply room, a set of tools that did not belong to any known crew member. She carefully examined the tools and found tiny marks matching the strange emblem she had seen before. "This is a clue," Mira told Ren. "Someone on the ship is working against us." Ren nodded. "Yes, and they know our moves well. We must be careful." The tension on the Siren grew. Crew members began to watch each other more closely. Mira felt the weight of the mission pressing down on her. But she did not give up. She believed that with teamwork and trust, they could find the saboteur and save the mission. One evening, Mira was cleaning near the command room when she overheard voices behind a closed door. She listened carefully. Two voices spoke in low tones. One was harsh and cold, the other soft but angry. "The Queen must not succeed," the harsh voice said. "If we stop the mission, the galaxy will be ours." Mira's heart raced. She now knew that the threat was more than just sabotage, it was a plan to take control. She quietly slipped away and went straight to Queen Vila. "The danger is close," Mira said. "There is someone inside the ship who wants to stop us and take control." Queen Vela's eyes darkened. "We must act quickly. Mira, you have done well to find this. Trust yourself." The Queen called the crew to prepare for the next steps. Mira felt a new strength inside her. She was ready to face the threat and protect her new home. As the Siren moved closer to the planet Cora, Mira knew the challenges were only beginning. But she was no longer afraid. She had friends, courage, and a mission that could save many lives. And she would not fail. The Siren moved steadily through space, carrying Mira and the crew closer to the planet Cora. The tension on the ship was thick. The saboteur was still unknown, and the threat felt heavier with every passing hour. But Mira was determined. She knew she had to find the traitor before it was too late. "Ren, do you think the saboteur is hiding on the planet?" Mira asked quietly as they stood near the ship's observation window. Ren nodded. "It is possible. Cora is known for its lawlessness. Many who want to avoid the law hide there. If the traitor escaped, they might be waiting for us." Mira swallowed her fear. "Then we must be careful." The Queen's voice came through the intercom. "Prepare for landing on Cora. We must find the device and complete our mission." The ship's engines slowed, and the planet came into view. Cora was wild and strange. Its surface was covered with thick forests, rocky mountains, and glowing rivers. But the planet was also dangerous. It was home to many who did not welcome visitors. Mira looked at the planet below and thought about the challenges waiting for them. But she felt ready. The Siren landed softly on a clearing near a small town. The crew gathered their gear, and Mira followed the Queen and Ren outside. The air on Cora was heavy and smelled of strange plants. The sky was darker than on the ship, and the wind carried whispers of unknown voices. "We must move quickly," Queen Vila said. "The device is hidden in the caves beyond the mountains. But beware, the saboteur may try to stop us." Mira's heart raced as they entered the forest. Tall trees blocked the sunlight, and strange creatures watched them from the shadows. As they moved deeper, Mira noticed signs of life, footprints and broken branches. They were not alone. Suddenly, from behind a tree, a group of rough-looking aliens appeared. They blocked the path and held strange weapons. "Who are you?" their leader growled. He was tall, with sharp teeth and bright red eyes. Queen Vila stepped forward calmly. "We seek the device that can save many worlds. We mean no harm." The leader laughed. "Many seek that device. Few leave here alive. Mira looked around. The group was large and dangerous. She knew they needed a plan and fast. Thinking quickly, Mira stepped forward. We do not want to fight. But if you help us, we can share the device's power with your people. It can bring peace, not war. The leader's eyes narrowed. Why should we trust a human? Mira smiled gently. Because I'm not like others. I understand what it means to fight for survival. I want to help, not hurt. There was a long silence. Then, the leader nodded slowly. Very well. We will help for now. The group lowered their weapons and led Mira and the crew through the forest. Along the way, Mira learned about the local dangers and customs. The creatures were fierce but had respect for strength and honesty. After hours of walking, they reached the cave entrance. It was dark and cold, with strange symbols carved into the stone. Ren looked at Mira. This is where your skills will be needed. Inside the cave, the air was damp, and the walls glowed faintly with blue crystals. The path twisted and turned, and traps were everywhere, hidden pits, moving walls, and puzzles that needed solving. Mira took the lead. She used her training and her human creativity to find safe paths and solve the puzzles. Each step was harder than the last, but she did not give up. Suddenly, from the shadows, the saboteur appeared. It was the alien noble Mira had suspected, the one who wanted to take control of the mission. You cannot stop me, the noble said with a cruel smile. This galaxy will belong to me. Mira stood firm. Not while I am here. A chase began through the narrow cave tunnels. Mira ran, dodging traps and obstacles. Her heart pounded, but her mind stayed sharp. With help from her friends, she cornered the noble near a glowing chamber where the device was kept. You lose, Mira said confidently. The noble sneered but surrendered. Mira called the crew to secure the noble and protect the device. Queen Selara arrived and smiled proudly. You have done well, Mira. You are brave and smart. Mira felt a warm glow inside. The mission was not over, but this victory gave her hope. Together, they prepared to return to the Xiren. The device was safe, and the galaxy's future was brighter because of their courage and teamwork. As they left the caves, Mira looked at the stars shining above Korra. She knew many challenges still waited, but she was ready to face them. The simple maid who had come aboard the Xiren was now a hero, a symbol of hope for many worlds. The Xiren lifted off from the wild planet Korra, carrying Mira, Queen Selara, and the crew back toward the unstable star. The device was safe in the ship's secure chamber, glowing softly as if aware of its importance. The mood on the ship was tense but hopeful. Mira stood near the observation window, watching the dark forest of Korra fade into the distance. Her mind raced with everything she had learned: the danger of the star, the saboteur's betrayal, and the strength of the crew who had become her friends. Are you ready for what comes next? Ren asked gently, standing beside her. Mira nodded. I want to save the star. I want to save everyone. Ren smiled. That courage will carry you far. The Xiren moved quickly through space, but time was against them. The unstable star's energy was growing stronger by the hour. Sensors on the ship showed bursts of powerful light and dangerous radiation. Queen Selara gathered the crew in the command room. We have little time. We must reach the star's core and activate the device before the explosion. Mira felt her heart tighten. She had come so far, but she knew the hardest part was still ahead. As they neared the star, the ship began to shake. Bright flashes of energy surrounded them, and alarms sounded loudly. Hold steady, the Queen commanded. Our shields must protect us. Mira held onto the railing, her breath quickening. She looked at the glowing device in the secure chamber. It was their only hope. Suddenly, the ship's systems warned of a powerful energy surge. The star was about to erupt. We must act now, Ren said, rushing to the control panel. Queen Selara turned to Mira. You must take the device to the star's core. Only your mind can activate it properly. Mira felt a mix of fear and determination. I understand, Your Majesty. A special shuttle was prepared, small but strong enough to survive the journey into the star's energy field. Mira stepped inside, feeling the ship's vibration as it detached from the Xiren. The Queen and crew watched silently, hope and worry in their eyes. The shuttle moved closer to the star, passing through waves of energy that felt like fire and lightning. Inside, Mira kept calm. She remembered her training, breathing deeply, focusing on the task ahead. Finally, the shuttle reached the star's core. The glowing device hummed in her hands. The core was a swirling mass of light and heat. Mira carefully placed the device on a pedestal, watching it come to life. The device's lights danced, and energy began to flow from it. Suddenly, the core reacted violently. Pulses of energy struck the shuttle, shaking it dangerously. Mira closed her eyes, focusing on the device. She used her mind to guide the energy, matching its rhythm and calming the storm inside. Minutes felt like hours, but slowly, the star's energy softened. The dangerous bursts became gentle waves, and the core's light turned steady and calm. Mira opened her eyes, feeling relief wash over her. Back on the Xiren, the crew cheered as sensors showed the star stabilizing. The shuttle returned, and Queen Vila greeted Mira with a proud smile. You have saved us all. Mira smiled back, feeling proud but humble. I was only doing what I could. The crew celebrated their success, but Mira knew the journey was more than just this mission. It was about trust, courage, and believing in something bigger than herself. As the Xiren moved away from the now peaceful star, Mira looked out at the vast galaxy. She knew many adventures waited, and she was ready. The simple maid who had joined the alien queen was now a hero of the stars. The Xiren sailed smoothly away from the now peaceful star. The danger was over. Mira stood on the observation deck, watching the brilliant light fade into the distance. She felt a deep sense of relief but also a new feeling, a beginning. Queen Vila joined her quietly. You did well, Mira. You were brave and wise. Mira smiled softly. Thank you, Your Majesty. I couldn't have done it without everyone's help. The Queen looked out at the stars, her eyes shining. This mission has changed many things. For our people, for yours, and for the galaxy. Mira nodded. I never imagined that applying for a simple maid's job would lead me here. Queen Vila chuckled. Sometimes, the smallest decisions open the largest doors. Mira thought about her journey from cleaning rooms on the Xiren to saving a star and uniting different worlds. She had learned so much about courage, friendship, and trust. The ship's crew gathered in the main hall for a celebration. Aliens of many shapes and colors smiled and laughed, sharing stories and food from their planets. Mira felt at home among them. Ren approached her. You have become part of our family, Mira. Mira smiled warmly. I am happy to be here. As the celebration continued, the Queen called for silence. This mission was just the beginning. There are many challenges ahead, but together, we will face them. She turned to Mira. We offer you a place with us, to continue this work and build a future for all. Mira felt a powerful joy. I accept, Your Majesty. I want to help. The Queen nodded. Then welcome, Mira. You are no longer just a maid. You are a guardian of peace. In the days that followed, Mira trained even more. She learned about diplomacy, technology, and leadership. She helped build bridges between humans and aliens, sharing stories and dreams. The galaxy was wide and full of wonders and dangers. But Mira was ready. She had found her place among the stars. One evening, Mira stood alone on the observation deck. She looked up at the countless stars, each one a world, a story. She thought of her home on Earth, of the quiet life she had left behind. She missed it sometimes, but she knew she had grown stronger. A soft voice came behind her. It was Queen Vila. The galaxy needs people like you, Mira. People who believe in hope and friendship. Mira turned and smiled. I will do my best, Queen Vila. The queen placed a gentle hand on her shoulder. And I will be with you, always. As the Siren sailed into the endless night, Mira felt a new beginning not just for herself, but for all who dreamed of peace and unity among the stars. She was no longer a simple maid. She was a hero, a leader, and a symbol of hope. And her story was just beginning.